What's up everybody? I'm Adam Johnson and this is Cover Band Confidential. This week I wanted to show you a new piece of gear I just bought for our band's front of house rack. This is the Distro4 antenna distributor by a company called RF Venue. Now the main reason why you would pick up a unit like this is to increase your RF signal strength. Now you can use this in rooms where your front of house needs to be further away from the stage than normal, or if you're playing really big stages. And this can also give you peace of mind in crowded RF spaces. Now my band does a lot of private events at places like hotels and convention centers. The kind of places where RF coverage can be kind of iffy and where things like dropouts and interference are super common. And that should hopefully help out with those kinds of gigs. A bonus feature of these units is that they also contain DC power, which you can use to power all of the wireless units in your rack. Adding this to our rig will hopefully clean up the hot mess that is currently in the back of our rack. So if you use more than 3 wireless microphones, or you're one of those bands that likes to get out in the crowd and you don't want your mics cutting out, or you find yourself in a bunch of rooms where RF interference or bad coverage is kind of an issue, picking up an antenna distributor is an awesome move. Now in order to get this thing into our rack, I've got to move a bunch of stuff around, so let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so here it is. Now RF Venue makes a number of products. This one specifically is for wireless microphones. Now they also sell an antenna combiner which you can use with these in-ear monitor systems as well. So what's the difference between the two? An antenna distributor receives multiple microphone signals, splits and amplifies them, and then pushes them to the receivers here in the rack. So it's happening to signals coming into the receivers. Now an antenna combiner does the exact opposite. It takes these signals and pushes them out through a single antenna. So basically one is pulling the signal in and the other one is pushing the signal out. Make any sense? Not really? Let's keep going. So what this looks like on the back of the rack is that each microphone receiver has 2 antenna ports. We then take those and feed them into the distributor, which has an antenna E and an antenna B section. So those then get pushed out to a pair of RF paddles like the Shure units you're seeing right now, or you can get one of RF Venue's D-fin antennas, which takes both of those signals and puts them through a single antenna, which is a great option to keep things as simple and as streamlined as possible. Now this particular unit can handle up to 4 wireless microphones, but if you have more, you can cascade these racks in order to accommodate that. Now the other thing that I'm super excited about is that this cleaned up the back of our rack considerably. All of these units are now powered by the Distro4, and I was able to remove a lot of the antennas and wall warts that were making the back of our rack really hard to navigate. So in conclusion, I think this was a really great buy. I got this unit for about $350, or you can buy one of these new for $499 US. I'm really considering getting the antenna combiner for the IEMs, but they're a bit more expensive at $660 US. The only thing I'm missing at this point are the paddles themselves, but I'm planning on getting those in the near future. I also wanted to note that I ended up getting another piece of gear while this was getting installed, so stay tuned for part 2 of this video where we talk about splitter snakes, and how having one of those and one of these is a really great idea, especially if you run in-ear monitors. Guys, thanks again for tuning in. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, don't forget to like and subscribe. This channel also has a podcast with over 140 episodes, and we release new videos on this channel every Friday. Take care, and we'll see you next time.